Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we shine a light on the mysterious world of corporate filings. Today we're diving into a report from Norfolk Southern, and let's just say it involves some big changes and some even bigger payouts. Did they hit the jackpot, or are they just playing the retention game with millions? Alright, so what exactly are we looking at here? This is a Form 8K filing, which basically means something important and unexpected has happened at Norfolk Southern that the company needs to let the public know about right away. Think of it as a corporate bulletin board for significant events. The date that kicks off this whole story is the 23rd of September 2025. This is when the main event we're talking about today took place. The star of our show is Norfolk Southern Corporation, a name many of you will recognize as a major player in the freight railroad industry in the United States. They move an incredible amount of goods across the country, and their operations are vital to the economy. Just some quick company housekeeping here. Norfolk Southern is incorporated in Virginia, and they have the usual filing numbers that the SE requires. And their main headquarters are located in Atlanta, Georgia. If you needed to call them, you'd dial this number. But we're not here to make calls, we're here to decode their filings. Now this box being checked here tells us that this filing is also being used to share written communications related to a potential securities offering or acquisition. In simpler terms, they're getting the word out about something significant going on with their stock, or a potential merger. And for all you stock market watchers out there, Norfolk Southern's common stock trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol NSC. This is where things get really interesting. Item 5.02 of an 8K filing deals with changes in a company, S leadership and compensation. And what we're seeing here is that Norfolk Southern S Compensation Committee decided to approve some one-time cash retention awards. So who gets these awards? It is for their named executive officers. These are typically the top dogs in the company, the CEO, CFO, and other high-level executives, and these awards are part of a transaction bonus program. This immediately tells us these payouts are tied to some kind of big corporate deal. And here is the big secret. Norfolk Southern is planning a merger with Union Pacific. They've already signed the agreement for this deal. Now, when a merger is announced, especially one this big, it can create a lot of uncertainty. Executives might start looking for other jobs, thinking about what their role will be after the merger, or even if they'll have a role at all. The company, wanting to keep their key people focused and on board during this critical transition period, decided to offer these retention bonuses. It's basically a way to say, hey, stick around, help us get this merger done, and you'll be rewarded handsomely. The company's reasoning is pretty straightforward. They want stability, they want their leaders to stay put, and they want those leaders to be motivated to make sure this merger goes through smoothly and is a success for everyone, especially the shareholders. Now let's talk about the money. These aren't small amounts. Mark R. George is getting a whopping $4 million. Jason A. Zampi is set to receive $2.25 million. John F. Orr gets $3 million. Claudie Elkins and Anil Bhatt are both awarded $2 million each. That is a total of over $13 million in retention bonuses for just these 5 executives. The way these bonuses are paid out is also important. They vest, meaning you earn them over time, in 3 parts. A quarter of the bonus vests in April of next year, another quarter in January of the year after that. The final half, the big chunk, vests when the merger actually closes. There are also clauses for what happens if someone is terminated without cause before the merger, or under specific terms after the merger. Essentially, if they re-let go unfairly, they still get their earned portion of the bonus. This means that the actual legal agreement spells out all the fine print, and this report is just giving you the highlights. For the complete details, you'd have to read that separate document. Item 9.01 is where companies list any exhibits or financial statements attached to the filing. Here we see Exhibit 10.1, which is the actual form of that retention bonus agreement we just discussed. And Exhibit 104 is the interactive data file for the cover page, which helps computers read the information. This next section, titled No Offer or Solicitation, is a standard legal disclaimer. It is telling everyone that this document itself is not trying to get you to buy or sell any stock, nor is it asking for your vote on anything related to the merger. It is purely informational. And here is another vital part of these filings, the cautionary note regarding forward-looking statements. This is where the company warns everyone that they might be saying things about the future, like expectations about the merger or future performance. They're saying, hey, these are just our current best guesses, and a lot of things could happen that would make the actual results completely different. They're very careful to say that while they believe their current outlook is reasonable, there are a ton of risks and uncertainties out there. Things like the economy, government regulations, competition, and even unexpected accidents could change everything about how this merger plays out. They are basically covering their legal bases, letting investors know that the future is unpredictable. This part is important for shareholders. It tells them that more information about this merger in the form of a joint proxy statement will be sent to them. This document will explain the merger in detail and ask them to vote on it. They also mention that both companies will be filing other documents with the SEC about this transaction. This is a strong recommendation for investors. They're being told to pay close attention to all the documents related to this merger, especially the registration statement and the joint proxy statement, T-prospectus. These documents are where all the critical information about the deal will be. To be very clear, Union Pacific has already filed a registration statement with the SEC. This statement includes the information about Union Pacific stock that will be used in the merger, and it also contains the joint proxy statement for both company shareholders. This final section, participants in the solicitation, goes back to the idea of getting shareholder votes. It identifies who might be involved in encouraging shareholders to vote a certain way on the merger. They're saying that the companies themselves and some of their directors and top executives might be considered participants in trying to get shareholders to approve the merger. This is a standard disclosure to ensure transparency about who is influencing the voting process. And once again, they direct everyone to the joint proxy statement prospectus for details on the interests of these potentially participating directors and executives. This means any personal stakes they have in the deal, like stock ownership, will be disclosed there. Finally, we have the signatures. This is where the responsible parties officially sign off confirming the accuracy of the information in the report. Here, we see the signature of Jeremy Ballard, the corporate secretary for Norfolk Southern, certifying this report on the 29th of September 2025. So, what is the big picture here? Norfolk Southern is going through a massive merger with Union Pacific, and to ensure a smooth transition and keep their top talent in place, they're re-handing out over $13 million in retention bonuses to their top executives. This is a common tactic in big corporate deals designed to align the interests of executives with the successful completion of the transaction. From a financial perspective, these bonuses are an expense, reducing the immediate profit a bit, but the company clearly believes it is a necessary cost to secure the long-term benefits and stability of the merger. The real question for investors isn't just about these bonus payouts, but about the overall success of the merger itself. Will combining these two giants create the promised synergies and efficiencies, or will it lead to more headaches and integration problems? We'll have to keep watching future filings for the real financial story. Alright, that is our breakdown of Norfolk Southern's latest filing. What is your take on these massive retention bonuses? Do you think they a smart move or just corporate excess? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this deep dive into SEC filings was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more decoding of corporate secrets. Don't forget to join our Discord community, the link is in the description for even more discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.